Hello friends, welcome back. My name is PK. In this video, we will show you how we have created this office maintenance dashboard in Google Sheets. Using this dashboard, you can track the maintenance request from your office, from different departments and different type of requests. So here on the top, we are showing the total number of requests, then total cost to fulfill to this is total cost for the maintenance, and this is the average cost per request, and here we are taking the average resolved days for the request and number of requests which are in progress as of now. Then we are showing here number of requests by the status, how many resolved, closed, in progress and open. This is number of requests by the priority like high, urgent, low or medium. You can see the count here. And this is the number of requests by request by. So who has requested, and we are showing the number of requests. Number of requests by the category also, like if it is an electrical problem or IT support, plumbing or some other issue. Then here we are showing the total cost by the month. So month on month we are showing here total cost for these requests. Then average time to resolve days by the location. So we have the location like floor 1, floor 2, reception, floor 3, server room, etc. Then average cost by the category. So we can see here how much amount for the electrical, IT support, plumbing, etc. Then this is the total cost by the priority also. Okay. Now I'll show you the next sheet, that is the search. In the search, you can quickly search the information. You don't need to go to the data tab. You can just simply select here column name. Let's say I want to see all the urgent requests. You can just type here, or let's say I want to search by the status. So I want to just see the in progress request only. So I can just select here status and just type here in, then you can get the in progress. Okay. You don't need to type the whole word here. You can just put the search keyword only. Now coming to the data part, here in the data we have ticket ID, then we have here category, priority, status, requested by, and this is the location like floor 1, floor 2, reception, server room, etc. Then this is request date and this is response date. So once you receive the request on this date, and then you give your response, and this is the resolution date or resolve date. Okay. Now here we are calculating the time to resolve, this is the cost, and here we are creating the month from the request date and the year of the request date. Now I will show you how we have created this. So using this data, first thing what we have done, we have created a support sheet. In the support sheet, we have created this small table. The first one we are taking here number of requests. So we have just put the count a function from a to a 1000 available on the data. So it is just taking the count. Okay. So number of requests. Now coming here to the total cost, this is simple sum of column K. If I come to the data and let's go to the column K, that is the cost. Now here we have the average cost USD. Average cost, we are just taking the average because each line item is a single request. So when we take the average of the column K, automatically it will be cost per request or the average cost. And here we are taking the average resolved days and taking the average of column J here, this one, and this is the in progress request. So we have used here COUNTIF function from the column D. Column D is the status column, you can see, and we have used here in progress as the criteria. So we are getting here in progress request. Okay. Now using this table, we have created these top cards. So let me show you how you can create that. First, let's select any of the KPI and then just go to the insert and insert the chart. Automatically it will create this card. If it is not creating, then you can go to the chart type, and from here you can select this scorecard chart. Then you can just further format this, like go to the customize and chart and axis, that is number of requests, align this center and take the font color black, and then go to the key value, font size, make it smaller, like take around 36, align this center and just make this whole thing smaller. Okay? And further you can just keep some border color if you want, something like this. So this card is ready. You can create the other cards also like this. Here we have placed. Then to create the chart, let's say for total cost by month or number of requests by status, I can quickly show you. Let's say total cost by month. Then you can just come to the support sheet and let me insert here another chart. Then we will go to the setup date range. Just click here. So we will take here total cost by month name. So just go to the data, and in the data cost we will take the total cost, that is column K. Just click here, then select this, add another range, and here we have the month, column L. Just select that, click on OK. Our chart is looking like this. Now just click on this, and here you can see series is showing the total cost, label month. Just delete this and add the X label and just take the month here. So we can see at month is at bottom, but it is repeating every time, so we can just aggregate that. Once you click on the aggregate, automatically it will show in this way. First row is the header, so you can check that, and then you can go to the customize, chart title and axis. This is the total cost by month. Okay, and you can align it center and change the font size, let's say 14, color take black, and just click here. You can change the color of this column also. If you want to take some other color, then you can just change the fill color from here. Let's say I'm taking this color, or if you want to make this 3D, you can make it 3D from here. You can add the data labels. Just scroll it down, go to the series and scroll it down. Here we have the data labels, so you can add the data labels. So that is how you can create the chart. We have created here 2D or 3D charts, and similarly you can create the line chart, and you can create the pie or donut charts also. You can simply convert, let's say I'm quickly showing you, this chart can be converted in the pie chart, you can see that, or it can be converted in the donut chart. And then you can just go to the customize and legend. You can move to the bottom, for example, so that will appear here. From the pie chart, you can just change the donut hole size if you want. You can create like this, or you can make it less. So it's up to you how you want to create, and you can choose the color for each slice also. First select the first slice, and let's say here I want to take this color, then second slice, and here I want to take little lighter color, then the next slice, and here again you can take some darker color, then next slice, and you can choose, let's say, more lighter color, and the last slice, let's say I want to take here this color. So that is how we have created. To add the data label here, we can use the same method, customize and the pie chart, and here the slice label you can put the values. Okay, so that is how you can create the pie chart or the donut chart. Both are same. And the last one is the area chart or the line chart. You can convert the same to the line chart or the area chart. So let's say I'm selecting here area chart, then area chart will be created. If I select here line chart, then line chart will be created. You can customize the line chart, like from the series you can change the color whatever you want, and you can take the point size also. Let's say I'm taking 7px, so I can see the markers also here. Okay, if you want to remove the grid lines, just click on the grid lines and uncheck the major grid line from here. So grid lines will not be visible. And this is the normal line. If you want to make it a smooth line, just go to the chart style and just say smooth, so that line is little smooth now. All right, so that is how we have created all the charts here, and you can just change the range from here. Like I have taken these two range, you can change it, and you can create the other charts. Coming to the search sheet, in the search sheet what we have done, this is the number of records, so you can just use the count a function here, and this is the drop down. We just have used normal drop down, like right click, go to the drop down, and then From here you can select the drop down from a range, and here just click, you can select the range. Let's say I'm taking this one, click on OK. So automatically that will create a drop down. And if you want to create in this format, then what you can do, you can just scroll it down and go to the advanced option. Again scroll it down, just select here arrow, so you can see this. Okay, and once you have created this, then here you can put the search keyword, and here let me show you the formula. We have used the filter function, and that is from the data tab. Then we are checking here. First we are using inside this choose call. So first let's choose the column, for which column we want to match. So what we are doing here, we are using the choose call, then number we are using the match function from this select column value in the row number 5. Okay, so let's say if we are searching status, so it will return 1 2 3 4. Okay, I can show you quickly. If I copy this formula and I put here, let's say equal to match function this and enter, so it will return 4, right? Basically the number of position. And then what we are doing here, we are getting that column using the choose calls. Inside that column we are searching the keyword, this one, and if that keyword is not available, then it will return some error. So we want to check wherein it is not an error, is error equal to false, right? If it is not an error, then it will be available there, right? That means it will filter that particular keyword. So that is how we are using this formula. Alright friends, so friends, that is how we have created this dashboard. Friends, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button and please subscribe my channel to get the regular update of my videos. Thank you so much for the watching.